This is one style, three looks, wedding guest. One of the most important things about putting your own hair up at home is preparation. I cannot stress this enough. It's a little bit of a myth that dirty hair makes the best hair up, because actually if you're going to achieve the best result, you need clean hair. You need to prepare it really well with something like, I use Plee, but it's like a really nice blow drying lotion. It kind of sets the hair, so it gives you a little bit of a grip and a little bit of hold to work with. So you need to spray that into your hair, dry it, and then if you're going to add a little bit of movement, most hair ups benefit from movement. Don't try and start with a flat base because it just won't work. The hair won't be pliable. So I'm going to use the Oracle, which is GHD's new fabulous curling tool. Really, really simple. We just take section by section, pop it in, bend the hair over, and then literally let it glide through. And then voila, you've got a lovely little curl. So you want to do that all over until you've achieved a nice bit of bounce in the hair. So the first look I'm going to do is a low ponytail, which is perfect for weddings, guests at a wedding, anything you want to be a little bit more done up than you normally would be, but still fairly casual looking. So I'm going to start by dividing the hair at the back, and I'll show you just in a second. The sectioning pattern's really, really easy. Pull it out a little bit from the root, just to give you a little bit of bounce on the crown. And then we go in. I'm just using little elastics. You can pick these up from a lot of places. You can get clear, so they're pretty much invisible, which really, really helps with your finished look. So just going to pop a nice loose ponytail in. At the nape of the neck, we want this to be low. Okay. Once secured, what we want to do is just neaten this hair up here a little. Pull it out. Can you see? Just until you've got just a little bit of bounce through here. This is going to create a little bit of natural body through the hair. And then you can see we've still got that lovely curl in the bottom. So next step, I'm going to take some of the hair at the side. Okay, again, I'm not using combs, just using my hands. You want this to be quite fluid. You don't want it to be too structured or static. Twist the hair a little. Make sure you've got a really nice shape from this side. Always, always important to have hairspray. Hairspray is your best hair up friend. This just gives it a little bit of hold and makes the hair a lot more pliable. And just using a regular Kirby grip. So a Kirby grip is the one which has got your sort of two prongs on it, not the pin. That's not going to give you quite the right hold. Wrap the hair around the pony that you have. You get your Kirby grip. You want to use, you've got little teeth on it, so teeth go down. That's going to give you the maximum hold. Push in and secure at the bottom. Okay? And then we're going to repeat on the other side. So again, a nice, soft, natural section. Twist it a little bit here. Twist it round. So basically what you're doing is covering your hairband. Get your Kirby grip. Make sure bottom out. And then push in. Okay? Again. Keep tidying up as you're going to make sure this sits really, really nicely. Really simple. You don't need to be too neat. I tend to find the neater you are, the more it will look very, very contrived, and you're going to ruin all that nice volume you initially put in. So, last bit of the side. So I'm going to leave that a little bit smoother. I think that looks really, really nice. So we'll have one side that's quite smooth here. Again, you literally need 4 or 5 Kirby grips for the whole look. Okay? And then this is the side I'm just going to add a little bit more detail on. And you can always, always adapt it afterwards. Okay, so with this front bit, that's the main bit she's going to see. So where do we want that? It actually looks quite nice. A little bit down, or we could do a little bit of, pin it back a little bit because that looks really, really nice. Just a little bit of a quiffy height there. And then pin in. Okay, last pin going in. Make sure you have plenty in your pot because you do tend to throw them all over the floor. Okay. And then we're going to literally just pull these little bits out until we're happy with them. A little bit of softness. And then at the back, literally back home, out. Okay, and then just have literally a really nice scrunch up of your ponytail. This has got to be like, go big, because it will flatten down, okay? Don't be scared of that little pony. Okay, and that is our finished look.
So this is the kind of hairstyle I'd go for if I was a guest at a wedding. So I want to keep it quite soft. So what I've already done is I've prepped my skin, I've done my base, and I've put a little bit of mascara and lip on as well. So just to give it a little bit more of a zhuzh on the eye, I'd probably go for something more cream based because it's super simple, super easy, and it's really quick. So if you're not confident with applying eye makeup, a cream shadow would be my go-to. So this is the Charlotte Tilbury Eyes to Mesmerise. I've gone for the shade Amber Gold. This is really lovely for blue eyes, but I think brown and gold's a really safe colour tone to go for any eye colour. So I'm going to take a flat brush. This is the MAC 233. It's quite flat. It's really good because I think if you've got a cream colour, you don't want to build up the colour too much because the product can get quite dense in the brush, so it's best to use a flat brush to apply it. So you just take a little bit, and I always work off my hand just to take off the excess product. And then what you want to do is start in the centre of the eye and just sort of tap it on so you've got the application just right. And then you take a slightly bigger buffing brush, this is the 217 by MAC, and just take it into the crease line and just softly buff it in. So it's one of those products that you really just can't go wrong with. And then just keep blending it through the eye. So it doesn't matter if you've got a hooded eye, quite a round eye, they blend beautifully for any eye shape as well. And just taking the flat brush again, I would go back into the product and then off my hand and just look up slightly. So you get a little bit of the product underneath as well, just to join it all together. So you're starting to create like a really nice soft smoke. And then again, take the bigger buffing brush and gently just go underneath the eye. So if you're not confident, again, like I said, you really can't go wrong. And I'm just going to repeat that on the other eye as well. You can even use your fingers as well because the heat from your fingers will really warm up the product, so you'll get a really nice blend too. So if you're on the go, if you're in the car and you're doing your makeup in the car, that's okay. Great thing about these is you don't get any fallout like you would with an eyeshadow. And just to give it a little bit more of a smoke, I love to go in with a pencil liner. So I'm using the LA Girl brown pencil liner. Again, I just like to just work off my hand just so the pencil isn't too sharp. And then I like to just go through my waterline. The reason I've chosen brown is because, again, we want to keep the hair and the makeup nice and consistent with each other. They want to look good together, so you want to go for something quite soft. And then you go up into the upper waterline. Again, you don't have to do this. But because my eye shape's slightly rounder, I suit that a little bit more. But I always say, if you want to go a bit smokier, I would go into the waterline underneath. And if you want to take it a little bit darker, I'll take the same pencil and just sort of gently stencil it through my lash line. And then going back in with the flat brush that I used to apply the cream shadow. It doesn't matter if you've got any excess cream shadow on there either. And just smoke it out. And you can create a wing effect as well if you want to, but again, it just depends on your preference. So I'll just tap in the excess product around the edge of my eye just to make sure there's no harsh lines. And there you have it, the perfect special occasion hair and makeup look for any formal event.